First thing you need to know from 1.6 is that the perimeter is the sum of the lengths of the sides. So we're talking about the distance around an object. The distance around an object. That is the perimeter. All right, now with the area, that is the amount of space within an object. The number of square units needed to fill a rectangle or a square in this case. That would be the area. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to draw the picture, but you do need to know the definitions. Perimeter is the area around, or the distance around. The area is how much is needed to fill an object. Okay, and the next thing you need to know are the formulas. Okay, so you need to know the perimeter and area of a rectangle and the formula for the perimeter and area of a square. Rectangle is P equals twice the length plus twice the width. Area equals length times width. And then for the square, P equals 4 times S and A equals S squared. We all know that with a square, all of the sides are equal, and that is why we can have a different formula. Now in example 1, we're finding the perimeter. Now you have dimensions for two different shapes. What shape do you think is next to the first bullet point? You think that's a rectangle or a square? What do you think?
Rectangle.
It's a rectangle, right? Because my sides are different lengths. My length is 5 feet and my width is 2 feet. So I'm going to use the perimeter for a rectangle. The perimeter of a rectangle. P equals 2L plus 2W. All right. Now, on your quiz, your test, any homework or classwork, make sure that you write out the formula first and then show the substitutions. So now I'll have P equals 2 times 5 plus 2 times 2. And then when you multiply it out, P equals 10 plus 4, which equals 14 feet. All right? So a couple things I need. I need the formula. I need you to show your substitution, and then you can box your answer. If you add 10 plus 4 in your head, that part is fine, but I need to see formula, substitution, and a boxed answer. All right, now on the next one, we know that that is a square, right? Because all of the sides of a square are equal. So the perimeter of a square is 4S. I make my substitution. 4 times 3, and P equals 12 centimeters. Just don't forget to label these. And that's how you would find the perimeter of a rectangle and the perimeter of a square. Now in example 2, we're finding the area of a rectangle and a square. So the first, in the first bullet, is that a rectangle or a square, class?
Rectangle.
It is a rectangle because it gives me the length and the width. So formula to find the area of a rectangle is length times width. I make my substitutions. 5 times 3. And my answer is 15 inches. And you always square the unit when you're finding area. 15 inches squared. All right, now let's find the area of the square. Area of a square, the formula is A equals S squared. Remember, you are always going to write the formula first. Show your substitution. Equals 10 squared. And then you will box your answer. 10 squared is what, class?
100.
100, and then I label it feet squared. Always label the unit with a raised to the second power when you're finding area. Now in example 3, it's sort of word problem format. It gives us the topic of a wheelchair slalom. In a wheelchair slalom event, athletes weave around cones and race to the finish line. The diagram of the rectangular course is shown. Find the perimeter and the area of the course. All right, so it gives us a width of 16 meters and a length of 30 meters. Okay, so I know that this is what shape? What shape is this? It's a rectangle. So to find the perimeter, twice the length plus twice the width, and I just make my substitutions, just like I've been doing. 2 times 30 plus 2 times 16, 60 plus 32, that would be 92 meters. That's my perimeter. Now for the area, it's going to be length times width. Make your substitutions, 30 times 16, and then box your answer, and it would be 480 meters squared. And if you understand that, that's everything you need to know for 1.6.